What's happening, troops? We are back. It's Ravie Davie here, the Fresh Prince of the Royal Square, and I'm joined by
Georgia,
my partner in crime. Now, I know this podcast is the 10 years in podcast. It's the episode what?
37.
37, that's exactly it. But actually, technically, we should be going for a wee name change today because it's actually our 11-year anniversary this weekend.
How did we get here?
You drove us.
Aye, we did drive up here, but 11 years later, honestly, I actually genuinely think that David has only learned to mature in the last 18 months, out of the 11 years, but at least we're getting there. Progress, 1% better every day.
1% better every day, which technically would mean 11 years, that would be 3,650, then you had...
Showing off his math skills.
So it'd be... So it'd actually be 4,015% better than if it was 1% better every day since I met you and we started doing it. So there you go, I'm 4,015% better since the day we met.
It's all because of me.
Aye, it's all because of me, I agree with you, hen.
So our 11 years anniversary, and we spent it with me being in the house and David being at wrestling.
Aye, but we're not going to talk about where I was in wrestling because obviously we've missed so much because we've been away for like 5 weeks. We're actually going to like take these back, so it's going to just be as if you've like no been anywhere. Not I mean, as if just like, there was like some reason we had
the
actually
5 weeks have
as if
just
we filmed
passed?
all these podcasts, but we just somehow didn't put them out. Know what I mean? So
Let's catch up.
Aye, let's catch up. How you's doing? What you've been up to? Tell me more.
So Curtis has been to Japan. People were messaging the Instagram page. What?
I said I've been in Japanties, but I've not even probably not.
Right, so
moving on.
So it's been 5 weeks. The last time we were here, I was just back from Prague, and Curtis was going to Japan. So people were messaging the podcast page, actually thinking that we'd quit. But there's no way. There's just no way we're quitting this. You know, Ross and my team in work who sits in front of me is like, Georgia, what's happening? Curtis is back for holiday now, you know. I said, aye, but we've no recorded it yet. And he was like, when are you? I says, go back and listen to all the previous episodes. And he said, I have. I've went back to them all and now I've caught up and now I'm waiting. So
Right, have you quiz it for him? See if it actually has.
What, and ask quiz him on the questions?
Aye, bet he's talking shit.
Right, so what's been happening the last 5 weeks, Ravie Davie?
So take you back to 5 weeks ago, we had just finished hardcore wrestling from Glasgow. Georgia had been back for Prague. Curtis was got to Japan, and we had been asked to use our wrestling ring for a wrestling show, Clan Wrestling, which had Callisto and stuff like that on it. Callisto actually ended up coming out to the wrestling school and doing a seminar. Well, I was in Ireland, so that was a whole kerfuffle. Not
I was in charge.
Georgia was in charge.
David got shouted it multiple times.
Aye, man, Georgia made lumpy coffee.
The only thing Callisto wanted was a cup of coffee, and I went in to the fridge in the church and I poured them a cup of coffee and an actual lump came out the coffee. I went, was that a lump there? No, it must not have been. Started stirring it and all this milk was just rising to the top and I was actually shaking. I was like, what am I going to do? So I was like, I'll just go through next door to get you a cup and just get in my car and drove to a wee coffee shop on Croston Road within like 5 minutes. I was sweating and he was fine. He drank his coffee.
I loved it, loved the new school, absolutely was buzzing about it. Everybody who so far has been along it has really enjoyed the place, whether it be Callisto, the guy that runs Clan Wrestling, any of the people from the BBC and that who were in. Did we talk about that with the BBC in before?
No.
Don't know, so there's something we'll get to. But anyway, so we went to Clan Wrestling on the Sunday, and as some of you will know, myself and some of the people in Scottish wrestling had maybe, I don't know the words that you'd use, had a bit of
big bit of beef.
A bit of beef maybe. Aye, we were not really that, it was just obviously like, what's the conflicts of interest. Not we all run different companies and we all end up not really, some of us not getting along with others and all that kind of stuff. And then they needed to use my ring, so obviously I was happy to let them use it, and I ended up getting to wrestle on the show, wrestle in Braehead Arena for the first time, which is now, I think, all the big venues in Scotland are ticked off my list to wrestle in, and I actually it was actually really good getting to be around hundreds of people that I had a lot of good times with in wrestling, like, coming up and that. I was a bit, I don't know, nervous. I wouldn't say I was nervous, I don't get nervous, but I was just like, hopefully like, nobody's a dick or anything like that, know what I mean? Because I was very self-conscious as well to make sure that I wasn't a dick to anybody as well. I'm no sitting, when I'm saying all this stuff, I'm not sitting saying all these people are all the bad guys and I'm fucking a wee angel that didn't do it. I know for a fact a lot of it is from my side as well, being very hot-headed and I love an argument in that, so I'm not going to sit and say anything about anybody else. I'll also say, I'll also agree that I could have been... there's my sides as well, but I was just worrying in case like people got to be dicks to me, because I was making sure that I'm just going to be going, be nice, know what I mean? There's no got any problems with anybody anyway. I think all the problems with what happens when you end up falling out with somebody and you don't talk for years, you end up even forgetting the reason you even fell out, know what I mean? It's just like you actually don't want to bump into each other because you feel like something's got to happen, but actually it's a whole lot of nothing because you just get worried about it. So I actually felt like the olden days, everybody was brand new. I remember making a joke to Grado when we were getting the pictures. I was at the very far side, and then Grado came and stood here. And I was like, thank God, Grado, no one will get cut out the photo. So that was really good. And Braehead wrestling in front of like 1,500 people in Braehead Arena. So that was fantastic. Big thank you to Scott and all the team at Clan Wrestling for making us feel welcome, and looking forward to the ones in the future. Hopefully I'll be wrestling on it again, and hopefully I'll get a bit more notice so that I can help them promote it and do one of the things that I'm best at in wrestling is getting people through the door and putting bums in seats, because it would be brilliant to wrestle in Braehead Arena with the place absolutely full. It's brilliant wrestling in front of it with 1,500 people, know what I mean? But I just see the vision.
Yeah.
I see the vision of the place full, or the clan or the clan players not out there,
Yeah.
their hockey stuff and all that.
Because they're like loyal fans.
I know, definitely. And we've ended up making like, people have ended up coming to school after like, seeing me for their shows and that. So it was really a good bit of business, as I'd say, in the wrestling world.
I've been listening to the Buckley's podcast, see James for the In-Betweeners, and they've just become hockey fans.
Have they?
I can't remember what the team is to go and watch. I was listening to it the other day as well, and they're like now investing in their like, local team.
Oh, they're putting it.
And I was like, it's so cool, it's so popular, ice hockey.
I mean, you need to go out and see Glasgow Clan.
I know. Next time I need to wear a jumper because I had a t-shirt on to go and watch the wrestle. I was sitting there for these days.
That was the one thing, man, right? So, obviously, my wrestling ring, it was my ring, so these guys haven't seen me in 3 years, and when they did see me, George has even said at the start, I've matured in the last 18 months, so these guys haven't maybe seen me or spoke to me in like 3 years. I'm coming in with my wrestling ring and all, they're probably just thinking Davie doesn't have a clue what he's doing, so they're all here, pure checking, making everything was fine. And there was actually like one of the things that you didn't even process in your mind, you're on the ice, which is on like these wee plastic things that's making everything move a wee bit extra, know what I mean? So everybody's pure respect. I'm like, guys, come on, it's actually the ice that's doing this, not I mean, don't be blaming me. And I think it's just the low setting is sometimes you can't get the ropes pure fully tight, and I had to try and get the ropes as tight as possible because Kalisto's a high flying wrestler, so just all these wee things. But is it again, it worked. Everybody's new friends ended up
we just bought the ropes as well.
I know.
Was like, there's no way that the ropes are going to be loose or anything.
So, but I just think it was just one of the ones. I just think everything was looked under with a fine tooth comb, because, as I says, they're maybe thinking as well, oh, Davie's took this job to come in here and try and, I don't know what's the word to say. Try and get the word.
But it was a good day anyway.
It was a good day anyway. It was good to make up with people that were
like bygones be bygones.
Because that's one of the things I end up Dallas, one of the people, Mark Dallas, I end up me and him are talking again and stuff like that. And one of the big things that I was actually saying to him was like, these people were all a big part of my career and that, and me coming up in the wrestling, and like all this class stuff that I've managed to end up getting, I wouldn't actually like have if it wasn't for like the mentorship of Dallas, people like seeing the business side of stuff like Dunk would do and stuff like that. Like, who I'm trying to think of who, like all just my coaches and that trained me and stuff like that. Obviously, I've just never been able to give these people the credit that I feel that they deserve, that can help me do these stuff. But obviously, because just because it was these politics, know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever, I just felt like I couldn't give them the credit, and now it just feels good to actually be able to like know that. Maybe
you appreciate it.
That they appreciate the stuff they've done, and that we can all hopefully move forward and maybe make wrestling that bit better because the fans aren't having to pick, oh, they're fighting with them, so I don't want to go there, and all this kind of stuff. Not
makes it less awkward for people.
So fingers crossed, the wrestling world will get better.
Yeah,
and it will be because always are chipping in and helping instead of always chipping in to fight with each other.
Yeah. On the day of clan wrestling was Mother's Day, and every single year for Mother's Day, David doesn't get me in, but by the end of Mother's Day, I seem to be blessed with all these gifts, as if it's like he feels bad when he wakes up, realises it's Mother's Day. And to be fair,
Do you feel bad when I wake up on Mother's Day? No, because the simple fact is,
because his mum's. That's what I was just about to say. So, what I got told off David a few years ago was he doesn't think about Mother's Day because his mum's passed away, which is absolutely fine. But anyway, so on Mother's Day this year, he didn't get me anything, which was fine. But then when we came back for clan wrestling, he came in and he'd bought Bo all these presents to get me, which was like a bottle of perfume, a new Yankee candle, a book, and a card. And it was this big fancy card. Now, it's one of the ones where you open it and it's all pages full of words. And I'm like, happiest birthday, Mum.
Bo's 12 years old and they can still fucking carry it, man. What's it all about? What's he playing it?
Happy birthday, Mum. I went, oh, thanks very much. My birthday was in February.
Obviously just thought it was a Mother's Day card and picked it. See what it's like.
Did you actually go and get them, or did you send Gemma, one of the wrestlers?
I swear on my mother's grave, I went and got to them.
I'm impressed.
How?
It was good gifts.
I know.
Aye.
I messaged her mum asking about perfume.
Aye.
And I'd already bought a perfume, and when I spoke to her about this, she said, I'd actually preferred if you just got the perfume that you'd picked.
Because my mum told him
fuck's sake.
to get a perfume, but I've already got basically a full bottle, whereas he'd actually already picked Victor and Rolf, and he took it back because my mum said something else. But anyways, I'm still happy. You know what I mean?
So I'm happy.
We're on next Mother's Day.
And then, birthday. So after that,
we were at Grado's family bash.
We had Mary Hall on the Friday.
Yeah.
So we had the Sunshine Machine for the seminar on the Saturday. The Mary Hall show on the Friday, where I was a wee bit, bad guy, bad flinging wee guys about and all that. And
oh, you were being a heel in the ring? But you never said you were going to, like,
I wasn't actually being
that way.
I wasn't turning here, I was just flinging a couple of wee guys.
People in the crowd were so confused.
Because I was obviously battling wee guys, all the fans were like, this isn't fair, Davey, man. I'm not cheering for this. Fuck's sake, man, boo this, man.
I know.
Because it was free, no wee guy, there was a cruiserweight division, and my opponent actually pulled out of the show, Red Scorpion. Hope everything's alright with him, that, but he pulled out the show, and what was it? She's giving me the eye. I'm not going to actually tell the real story why he pulled it. No, is that what you got to say, man? Red face there, or not? I think I've actually got to tell it.
I'm just laughing because I'm nervous.
A wee bit nervous.
Right.
I am.
So David's opponent wasn't there.
He couldn't make it, right? To be fair,
he was actually screaming at David in voice notes.
Like, fucking, I just want the fucking good hotel and the fucking 5-star. If you can't get me a fucking 5-star hotel, get me 4. I would pay for it myself. Like, mate,
did you fucking get me flight?
Are you fucking talking to me, man? It's like, you're actually 4'5", man. Oh, punch, fuck it, you. Because you're pals with a couple of famous wrestlers, I won't punch your heat.
Oh, so funny.
That's unprofessional for me, start, but cut out, cut this, don't actually. You'll not understand it anyway, fuck's it, I'm talking too fast for him. And I don't think he'll be watching my podcast, no.
You fucking get me hotel. David's like, acting to me, listen to these, and I was like, who the fuck is that?
Is he getting wise, you know what I mean? It's like, what's happening?
I was like, you couldn't really tell if it's maybe just his mannerisms, or he was just like livid at David.
Basically, I could tell he was no-showing, right? So I started messaging him all week, like, right, mate, what's happening? You've still not booked the hotel, you've still not booked the flights, what is actually happening? He just kept coming up with excuses, but then on like the second last day, he just started like kind of swearing at me, and I was like, hold on a minute. You get annoyed at me, mate.
Aggression.
I need to like sort another opponent or something like that. No, I mean, it's no just you run shows. You should fucking know this, mate. No, I mean.
See the things we could tell you in the background of like shows that actually happen.
I know, man.
Like to actually get these doors open.
See, like, I know it's not exactly the best advert for the podcast, you know what I mean? But see, 25 years in, see the podcast, man, with the wrestling's like on the back burner, guys, man. I'm not scared about fucking ruffling feathers. Actually, cut that bit because don't actually. Right, but anyway, so my opponent couldn't turn up, so I kind of just had to make a decision last minute what match can I fit myself into and stuff like that.
So you want to move 3 wee tiny guys?
So I was just like, right, let us wrestle with the. No, but it's like, it was Brian Mojo, E-Town, and the boy Elf Italy.
Aye.
It's like, so I was like, well, I can help them get better and sell and all these different things if I'm in there with them.
Could have been up selling the merch and took a night
I'm
off.
only poster people are wanting to see me wrestle, hen, alright, shut up.
Alright.
Fuck's sake.
I want to see me wrestle.
No, right, they actually did. Georgia was in
I was in a training session.
doing lucha rules and all that, man.
Something big coming up. I'm joking, by the way. I done a lucha roll and David said, why you doing a bump to a fucking forward roll at the same time?
But anyway, back to the story.
So
I went out and wrestled them and I was like, these wee guys, man, we've got a wee belt they can wrestle themselves. Why is there no belts for the big boys like me? You know what I mean? So I'm going to win this belt and I'm going to make it the no wee guy belt. Not if I started booing me, not like, you're too big. You're too big. No, what do you mean? I'm too big. Is that, you call me that? I'm so say that. And then we ended up getting booed. And then the match didn't finish how I wanted it to finish, right? So I just went, you know what, we're starting this match again. And then I actually ended up getting pinned. So I was like, well, I'm not saving the embarrassment and starting it back again and getting beat a third time. So we'll just go backstage, just end there, right? Let's see you later. But I did actually be hanging out. I was like, you know what, actually, this is a good life lesson for everybody. Don't be a dick. Because see, like, I always win on the shows when I'm being Ravie Davie and getting everybody to cheer for me and all that. But see, that's one time I was acting like a dick and I lost. So you know what? If you want to win in life, don't be a dick. Be a good guy.
take your own advice.
What?
Take your own advice.
No problem, you.
Right.
So then that led to the big return of Grado's Family Wrestling Bash.
But David's never been more excited about something in his life.
I
honestly.
I love Grado shows.
No, you love Grado. You are obsessed with the man.
I'm not obsessed.
Grado said this, Grado said that. You even got me listening to 2 Pints and a Shots podcast now. I don't even know anything about football.
That was because people thought Toba like flinging digs at
I'm
us.
totally slating our shows, and then I end up being a fan of the podcast now because I'm on there listening to them. I just listen to like the first half an hour where they talk about what they did at the weekend, and then they go on and start talking about people taking penalties and that, and I'm like,
I'm out here. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the wrestling.
see you
and
next week.
The wrestling and the reminiscing.
I was actually howling at Stephen Purden talking about the guy, these milkman delivering the milk.
Aye, and then you got a wee package and all that.
You got something for free.
Aye.
It was so cool.
So anyway, so that end up battling Grado's Family Wrestling Bash. I end up wrestling another again. Like this is fit. So see, the week before with Clan Wrestling felt very nostalgic, and all that, and people were there. The Grado's Family Wrestling Bash felt even more like that because, like, obviously the first thing with how everybody like I wonder how people are going to act around me and stuff like that, and if I'm going to just get made to feel like I shouldn't be here and all that stuff. Whereas that was all away at Grado's, not I mean. So I was wrestling Sha Samuels in a flag match, and obviously I wanted to really make sure that the match was good, know what I mean? Like, obviously Grado would put a lot of trust in me, getting me, bringing me back and stuff like that on the shows. So I wanted to repay that, and Grado actually said it was the best match he'd ever seen at the Grado's Family Wrestling Bash. So that was good wee feather in our cap. Big reception at all the fans and stuff like that for being back in the building and stuff as well. So that was really good, and there was just a funny wee incident at the end up on Toll's
Podcast.
Toll's wee vlog. So at one point, Grado's doing the running order, right? And I was like, he's like, oh, everybody, Mark Darcy's coming back. Everybody's like, hey, it's like give me my money, right? Everybody's doing the clap, right? Like, Darcy's back about claps, right? And then after it, they go like, right, also coming back, Eston Reese. I was like, hey, I'm like, man, it's got to be awkward when they come to me, innit? No, I mean, they've got to clap for me. And then I was like, oh, so here's Tate Mayfield's making his Grado's Family Wrestling debut. And I was like, hey, like Sha Samuels back making his return to Grado's Family Wrestling Bash. Hey! Then here's the wee man, Neil Bratchby's making his return. Yay! Ravie Davie making his return. I'm like, I'll just give myself a clap, boys. Yay! Before it goes like Ravie Davie, he's got heat with everybody, didn't do a problem and get a round of applause, man. I was like, I'll give myself one, man. Fuck it. I can share clap black with me, to be fair, not I mean, thank God.
Oh,
but that was the funny, it felt like everybody was in the joke, didn't it feel like everybody was like taking the cunt out of me, you know what I mean? I don't know if maybe they were, but it felt like just like everybody knew the joke was coming and it was like quite funny and that
I
was
was
like,
just waiting for it.
Aye, so that felt quite good. So you can actually go and watch that on Toll's vlog as well about the Grado's Family Wrestling Bash. We plug for him. And then what did we do after that? It was a very successful day, and we went This is the 6th of April, is it? 5th or 6th?
I don't know. We don't need to worry about the dates.
What day? There's a wee timeline of events.
The Psychic Night.
Psychic Night, that was on the 11th, so that would be what was up next then. When they went during the week. BBC might have come in during that week or the week before.
We already spoke about that. I just thought about that on the last episode. We spoke about it because it was Adam's sister-in-law.
Aye.
So we did. We've covered that. We let them all know. But it went out on BBC in the last sort of 2 weeks.
The last couple of weeks.
And then David was on the radio as well talking about it, which was really nice. He did really well to be with that wee clip. Loads of people in my work watched it as well and gave loads of good feedback. They were all so buzzing to see the Waynes. Like,
doing all the things and stuff.
Aye.
So, well, that means then it was. We'll talk about that at a later date. It means the Psychic Night was the 11th. Do you want to talk about that then? The Psychic Night. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cut in because in case I forget about this and get a business for myself here. Sorry, Georgia, cut this right. But it's already been announced that on the 20th of August 2025 in the OVO Hydro, I had to remember that there, didn't want to make a mess of it again. In the OVO Hydro, AEW, All Elite Wrestling are coming to Glasgow to put on a show, not one but two, Dynamite and Collision, and I am starting a campaign to get me on the show, so I want you all to help all their social medias, tell them you want Ravie Davie to wrestle in the Hydro in Glasgow. What do you think about that, Hen?
I would love that.
I would love that too.
The tears would be tripping.
Would they?
Tripping. I've got a couple of times so I saw you wrestle because I know how much it means to you.
I'm
not great in a while because I'm a bit pissed off with wrestling, to be fair. So done with it, guys.
You're buzzing for the summer extravaganza, all the days we've got coming up, man.
No, I'm actually no. I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, it's even like we did a show in Whitburn on Saturday, and the full week.
That's later.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about it now. The full week running up to Whitburn, panicking, didn't think the show was got to go ahead because the chairs that they had, we weren't allowed to put the chairs on the floor because they didn't have a soft feeting on them. So I had to buy feet covers for all these chairs for them to make this show go ahead. See the stupid wee things that happen, but it's like weeks worth of stress.
It was a nice venue.
It was lovely and it turned out a brilliant show and stuff. But I just like, when I know we've got shows coming up now, I'm like, oh no, what's going to happen? Panicking.
Oh no, what's going wrong? Marshall shouting young pentongs. Anyway, back to the Psychic Night because that was that was out of our comfort zones.
Definitely. Very busy.
So a couple of months ago, George had done a video about Alex the Psychic and it went semi-viral, and I said to Georgia, I think you should do a Psychic Night. She's like, oh, don't be daft, no, no point. It's like, just fucking do it, it'll be good. So Georgia went and done it, and what happened?
We sold almost 400 tickets.
Almost 400 tickets
and
to the Fairfield Club.
Absolutely jumping.
It was. We actually went down at 5 o'clock to set the place up, and honestly, half of the scheme was in waiting on us already. Like actually in the main hall, we had to tell them to go in next door. Like, you kidding on? Like, what do you mean, my kidding on? Would you break into the Hydro, fuck's sake, before fucking Tom Jones was playing? No, you'd be fucking waiting outside, or you'd be at the SEC. You know what I mean? Fucking go next door, please, because they all know us when they grew up with us, and most of them have fucking probably wiped their asses and that for us. Know what I mean? When we were younger, they all just think, oh, no, we get to do it. Well, no,
I did knowing that it was so going to be. Everybody knew it was going to be so busy, so they arrived so much earlier than it was meant to have started because they wanted to get good seats. But then it meant that when people had arrived on time, the place was basically full. And then we normally do all this stuff where David goes around and checks all the mics and does, but we never done anything like that because as soon as we got there to set up, the time just went by.
People out, and then obviously as well, when we wanted to, all our sound system was done at the sanctuary, so we wanted to get there, look and check all the stuff there, and then go down. But then when we get in, everybody was there, we had to move them. They've all wanted to reserve their seats, so all their bags out here. So even though I'm no responsible for it, I feel like if we go away and get our sound stuff, and one bag's missing, or as well, what else could happen if somebody's end up coming in but we're not there, and then they start sitting down, then all the ones that are in there like, it'll be, how the fuck do you get to fucking sit in and reserve us? That's fucking no fair.
That did start happening because people were like, why are you letting them put their stuff down if you're not letting us? We've arrived at the same time. You know, that was happening. Then the bar staff were just so unhappy with us. I thought, fucking hell, I'm not winning at all. My mum was like, why did you not do this? Why did you not do it? I was like, Mum, we've ran about 70 wrestling shows and none of this ever happened. So basically what then happened was when Alex the Psychic came on, the people who were sitting up the back were saying to us we couldn't hear her. and David was trying to turn the microphones and that up, and as the night was going on in the drunker, people were getting louder, obviously. So a big learn, to be fair. That, you know, I probably wouldn't have sold that many tickets.
Maybe half the amount of people gone, but raise the ticket prices a wee bit. No,
I wouldn't do it again, to be fair.
No,
I wouldn't do like a psychic that type. I would do something more probably a part where people don't need to be as focused, I would say. Where they can get up, because obviously some people at that point, when they didn't know the people that were up getting the reading, they didn't really want to listen. So I don't know, it was a full mix of things, but I thought I was going to get drunk and stuff like that, and I think I had like one sip of a can of juice and was running about the full night.
I got a reading.
What'd you say?
I got a reading.
Oh, I asked Alex to read David at the end, but everything she said, he said that she could have got that online anyway, so he didn't believe, obviously, a word.
But the worst thing about it was, right, so I'm up in front of everybody, and I've obviously sold all these people, we sold these people the tickets for this show, obviously, like, this psychic. So she's sitting up there and she's saying, oh, stuff to me, and I'm like, my head, man, you're talking shite, right? But I can't say, she's talking shite, guys, by the way, you know what I mean? I don't believe in this stuff. I'm simply go, aye, man, you're right, aye, my ma died, she died, Kafa, aye. No, I mean, it's just all these things that are definitely out there online that she could have known. She knew me straight. She knew me as she came in the building. No, I mean, she knew she came in, you're like, you're the wrestler and that, and so she could have definitely looked me up. I know, obviously, what you're saying, that, but there was nothing that made me think.
Aye, wow, aye. Well, she did say to you, did you win an award?
Yeah, that was one of the first things that will come up if you take on Ravie Davie online.
Yeah. So, aye, obviously,
it's on my TikTok. It's my tap Ravie Davie.
Loads of people in the crowd knew David's mum, so they were all like,
there was people coming like, you didn't let you. There was stuff she was saying, no, you only letting her in as much as you should. And I'm like, I believe it. You are. To be fair, I think if that's not what I say or not, I mean, I can't talk. I can't say it, and I believe that wrestling is real. So. But I think if you do believe in something, you will believe. No, I mean, obviously, I can sit and argue. If somebody comes up and tells me wrestling's fake, I can sit and argue the day all day until I'm blue in the face that it is real, and I believe it is real. It is. No, I mean, I get it, it's scripted and that, but I'm getting fucking smacked in the face. I wish I done a 10-hour journey running back for Coventry last night. My body's killing me. I wish it was fake. I honestly do. You know what I mean? But it's no. But I'll argue with something. But if somebody believes it's fake, they will. And if I believe it's real, I'll argue. So I think it's just that way. If you believe in psychics and stuff like that, then it is real. It is real to you. And if you don't believe in it, you're never going to be convinced.
Correct.
Know what I mean? I don't like chinos. Never got to get me in a pair of them. Know what I mean?
I think I probably could.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Pair of chinos?
Aye.
No, man.
There's been a couple of things over the years where you're like, I'm not wearing that, and then I've said, just try it on, and you're like, oh,
no chinos, but no chinos.
I quite like this.
No chinos.
Right, what you want to chat about?
Where do we go after that then? So that was the 11th. Was a wrestling on the 13th? Somehow the 13th was stunning it to me.
Don't know.
When did the camp start?
Oh, aye, Easter
camp. That started the week before, to be fair, wasn't it?
2 weeks.
That was the week of the camp, so that started
Doesn't
on the Monday.
Really matter what day
it does matter. We've got a timeline. We've got a chronological timeline of events
You're
that everybody wants to know. I don't care if I'm bowling you. I'm not bowling the listeners. They're all invested. They've missed us, alright, for the last 5 weeks.
Away doing his chair.
Aye, because he's still got a wee. He's antibiotic up. Know what I mean? Fuck's sake.
Just tell me if I world cut his fist in the well.
Well, that's my bad. Sorry. Didn't know. Did we not say that at the start? I had a week off.
No, I had a week off. So you had antibiotics and a cough?
I can't. No, I can't. Don't actually. He had a week off. Week off. Okay.
I don't even know what was wrong with him. He just talked, isn't it? It wasn't even a cough.
Might have been.
What was it? Since you were paying attention.
Bacterial vaginosis. No?
No.
Oh, well.
Right, let's go.
So we done a 2.5 week summer Easter camp as well.
It was very busy.
I was very busy. I was a very busy man. We done that. Tired. We had Jerry Taylor coming in to promote his event for Blame It on the Bucky. Did
you get the tickets gave away?
Aye, I gave them to Marianne and Gav, and then they ended up getting. It was a booth they were in.
Amazing.
They ended up in a booth. So we actually had, so he came in, he's an actor, Jerry, he's been on like Stall Game and stuff like that, and he was doing his own show at the Pavilion, and they came in and we filmed like an advert with the kids for the school. They were all getting to hit them with like wrestling moves and stuff like that, so that was really fun. Just done a lot of different things at the Easter camp. It was the first time I've had the school where I've not really split the kids up now, so I did the 5 to 11 year olds and with the 15-year-olds, so I had them for like 7 hours all day, so sometimes it was a bit hard to try to keep them entertained, but it's a learning curve. It's something new that we figured out. And then after that, the 19th, 20th and 21st, what was happening there? Rugby Mania.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania as well. What a weekend that was.
One of the days I went down to the Easter camp, and the toilets, so the toilets that we got put in the church have got toilets, so there's 6 toilets and 6 showers, like 2 separate sides, and 2 of the wains for the 5 to 11 class were in using the toilet just as I've walked up to the church, and one of them shouted, "Oh my God, there's fucking showers!" I was like, "Oh, what you doing?" Like, they were so buzzing that there was like these showers built into these toilets. I think it was so. Jane's going back at him.
No, grassed him in, man. It's a shame, man. My boy.
Oh, it was so funny.
The other Waynes and all, they were all buzzing. I'd give them like a shout out on the radio and stuff like that. Not so
Oh,
was,
really?
When there was one. That would have been, it was that week, it was the weekend of like the 13th and the weekend before Rugby Mania.
What?
The BBC,
BBC
stuff.
was going to.
Aye, so we ended up going on the BBC. I was on the radio. I know we spoke a wee bit about that, but I ended up going on the radio for like 5 minutes.
Can you get a word in edgeways?
Couldn't get a word in edgeways. Also turned up late a wee bit, know what I mean? Because the taxi that they sent out for me went to the wrong place, and then it was the same day the school was on that day as well, right? So then the second taxi that they'd sent for me, they'd sent to my house for me to go home. I was like, I'm actually going to be late here, know what I mean? I'm going to get to the wrestling school, man. He's doing. But we managed to make it on time, so that was all good. And getting on the BBC, which has actually opened up some other opportunities. Can't really say anything now, but some big things are coming for the wrestling school. I can't wait. And it actually got a big, massive summer lined up. And all Georgia can't be arsed with it, but I can't actually wait. We've got so many wrestling shows, so many gala days, so many opportunities for people. I'm wrestling all over the country. Brilliant.
Can't bear to listen to it anymore. I'm all wrestled out, guys.
How come?
Well, it's just hard work. Just been doing it too long. I've got to retire. Honestly, I learned how to run the ropes on Friday, and I got told I'd run the ropes like John Cena.
Aye. My man, record breaking 17-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion John
woke
Cena.
up to David going, "Georgia, Joe Hendry was Randy Orton's mystery opponent." I was like, what? Just jump up, so buzzing for Joe.
That was class as well. I was just about to go to my bed for it. I was, because I had the Grado was coming to the wrestling school on the Monday, so I had to go to my bed
Early,
3 in the morning. And I was like, I seen Randy Orton come. I was like, right, tell you what, I'll watch it, see who the mystery opponent is, right? And I would not have guessed mad Joe Hendry. I thought it was going to be like Rusev or Tommy End or something like that, but no, it was fucking Joe Hendry. Absolutely buzzing, man. The TNA heavyweight champion, first ever champion for another wrestling company to appear on WrestleMania, and you get RKO'd at your shoes after Randy Orton, but fantastic. So if you're a Scottish wrestling fan and you see Joe Hendry at any shows in the UK or Europe, I would get your tickets to see him fast, because I can't see him being around too much longer.
Same.
He's going to be he's going to be signed to WWE soon, I'd imagine. Not, I mean, you don't get to wrestle at WrestleMania if they're no high on you. So quality, well done, mate. I know I've already said it to you, and you're definitely not watching this, but I believe. We believe, actually.
We do believe. But it was amazing for him. It just shows like how you can be building to something for so long, and then that success seems like it happens overnight, even though it's been like a long period of time. You tired?
A wee bit tired, aye. Tired of your shit. Okay, no. He had that, and I was saying in it, 10 years, 10 years, he's over. What's it saying?
Don't know, I think you're too tired to get words out.
Nah, you've been working the last 10 years to be an overnight success.
Yes.
He's been working hard for the last 10 years to be an overnight success.
Amazing. Buzzing for him. Right, I want to talk about a wee subject, well, a wee thing that happened on Friday, which...
At the show?
No.
Right.
No. So on Friday, I'd finished work and I was going to meet my pal Lisa. We were going out running, and as I've drove the car out our street, something just caught my eye, and I thought, is that my bike I've had for 10 years in the street, lying at the corner? I thought, that is so weird. So, and I thought, nah, it's no mine. And I went, no, that is my bike. It's got a wee red chain on it. Phone's David. David, is my bike in the shed? I don't know. I says, I think my bike's lying at the end of the street. And he's like, you're kidding. 2 seconds. And I heard these Crocs stamping a line to the end of the street. And I was like, David, see if you've took my bike out, just tell me. Like, why? I said, because now I'm going to be all freaked out. I'm not going to be able to sleep for thinking that somebody's been at our house. He's like, aye, it was me. Right, so now in the street you get like the green wee electricity boxes. He had like lodged my bike between somebody's hedge and that green box. And I said, what were you doing? He said, I was going to take it out last night. But then, because you've not used it in so long, the tyres were flat, obviously. And instead of, which by the way, when I was out yesterday, I went out a walk yesterday, it's 33 steps through your front door to the corner, and you couldn't walk that bike back.
So do you want me to tell me my side of the story?
Oh, go for it.
Right, so we're at Hub.
The church.
Put £2 of my own money into the tuck shop to buy cans of juice off myself, right? Forget to take them. I go outside and play Football Manager about 11:30, right? I realise I've left said cans running at the church. I'm in a bad mood with myself. I'm fuming. There's no juice in the house.
There's just no juice he wants.
I was wanting to sit out for...
But the water for the Glen, the taps.
Fuck off. Anyway, I was wanting to sit out for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, just playing Football Manager, chilling, relaxing. And I had no juice, so I was like, in a bad mood. My 2 bikes are fucked, and I didn't want to buy a taxi, right? And I was thinking, how am I going to get done here?
You should have the Chippy.
Chippy was shut, 11:30.
Oh, aye.
So I'm thinking, how do I get down here? I was like, George's bike. I'll drive that down, and then it won't be so long, and I can get back up. So I took George's bike out, right? I've not actually went to drive it at all, right? I've just carried it out to the front. Got by George's motor, I've went to drive it. The fucking tyres, like, the actual bit inside it's like came out. I know. So as I was hanging with it round, it's like went round a bit and fucking caught. I went flying out of handlebars, right? I'm seriously pissed off and I'm raging. I'm heavy raging with myself. So I'm like, I need to fucking walk down here, right? So instead of just walking down, I'm like, I'm not putting the bike back, I'll get that later on, right? Because it's late. So I'm like, I'll put it in here so nobody steals it. Nobody fucking would steal it anyway. It's fucking broke because of the fucking tyre thing, like I just said. For a start, right? The fucking horn bit's not coming off, right? The wee grip bit. But anyway, I put it in there, hide it. So obviously I went down, got my cans of juice and been laser focused, Football Manager, sit out for a couple of hours, enjoy myself, you know what I mean? Relax, wind down, don't ever get to do that. As I've walked down, I forgot about the bike, obviously. Right? So next day when Georgia phones me, I'm fucking raging myself again, because I'm like,
Because he's been caught.
Not been caught, no, because I
tells his daft
forgot.
lies.
It's not because I've been caught, it's because I forgot there's a difference, alright?
What do you
to put it
forgot? You
back.
fucking lodged it away in like a camouflage? Like, I don't even know how I saw
Could be
it.
a good camouflage, have you seen it, fuck's sake?
Just right at the side of my eye. And I'm like, looks like my bike. It's white and purple. And I can't believe you felt that. It's like karma. I just think
Karma for what?
What?
But I drive down and get my juice? How's that? What karma make about that?
What?
What's karma make about that?
Oh God. So yeah, I just thought. Then you lied about it.
I didn't lie about it, I just tried to shut you up. There's a difference.
No, it's like as if he's like, oh fuck, I've been caught, and then he makes up daft lies. And I'm like, no wonder women don't believe guys when they say stuff. When you're out here lying about a bike being stuck in a hedge. What chance you got?
What do you mean what chance I've got? That's the only lies I need to be telling.
What?
That's the only lies I need to tell.
Okay. Right,
Fuck's sake,
so
I need to make up me lies.
I've been watching something.
What?
Right. I think it's called it's really bad that I can't remember this. I think it's called Camp on
Boot camp.
Netflix. It's a reality TV like game show where all of American sort of reality TV stars from their own Netflix's shows are now on like a game show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 5 episodes into something that I forgot the name of. I looked it up before I came in here and all.
Boot camp.
And it's like a boot camp, but it's no camp bait or something it's called. Wow. I'll come back next week with that thought. I wanted you to actually talk about, because I didn't get to ask you yesterday because you were in a hurry. You went somewhere for food on Saturday. There was a bag in the kitchen for a place I'd never been to before.
Oh, Sobe Burger, it's actually in Paisley, so we can talk about it next time, you know.
Aye. Right, cool. Well, we'll
Spoiler.
let you go. That's
Not
all
that
caught up. We'll not be missing an action again for 5 weeks.
No, we won't.
Okay, right. Love yous. Bye.
Ravie Davie for AEW, 20th of August. Let them know in the comments.